Hello, my name is Cédric Gracia and I'm going to answer your question. Question number 1. None. Straight in. Clothes on. Straight to the gate. And let me tell you, that wasn't fun. Because I was thinking, if I take a sleep an hour or two, I would be way too tired because I would be in a sleeping mode. What did I do? I went straight to riding, and when I felt that I was going down, because obviously the alcohol was going away, a little bit in to make sure I can do the level. The level was back. It was all about the balance of keeping the right level, of being able to ride properly and safely, and not being too tired and being like this mode and you useless. Then yeah, that's me. Definitely hands down Florent Poussin. I don't know if you guys remember this guy. He was riding with me in Sun, such a legend in BMX. Long hair, kind of ginger, so much fun on and off the bike. We was riding all day like crazy, and we were so happy to go and race World Cup all around the world, like Mont Saint-Anne, and because we knew after the race we'd be carnage at the party in the bar. Then definitely Florent was unique. And after, when I started to speak English, like Steve Pete and all those guys, was definitely fun to play after racing. Like the bar was definitely another event. Well, it's not only one, it's many, but not that many really. It's always some people who are there because they want to be there and be a spectator, and it is people who are actually the true actors of the party. And I remember with Chris Kovarek, Nathan Rennie, oh my God, those party was fun, and as well Josh Bryceland later on. But Chris Kovarek was just always up for it, and I remember like Canada, and I think for William at the bar when we spent all our money, we just won. I think we did first and second. We put the full cash of money, the first money we ever got, on the bar and party on. I don't know, this one is a tough one. Rampage is not a race really, then we cannot count this. If not, that will be the case. But I think Les Uns in Switzerland, when I win my first World Cup in front of Nicolas Vullios, the unbeatable man, and I beat him, I think, by a couple seconds. It was funny because it was raining so hard. I had an agent, she was blonde, big boobies. And we had a little affair between semi-final and final, and I remember I was quite stressed. And after the little gymnastic, I was a lot more smooth, and that was maybe the key. That's what I needed to be able to compete properly. Thank you. It is tough, especially when you start from ground. With Forrestal, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing developing before in different teams, but this is from basically a white sheet of paper, and there we go. It is hard, but at the same time you have everything to do. Then all your ideas are translated to engineers, and they make the product, and we try and just back and forth and testing. The good thing is I ride even more than before. This is a great part of it. And seeing from computer to reality definitely is something you're proud of, and happy. I'm happy, that's for sure. I did quite a lot of them, but one I remember really clear. I was in Nuremberg or something like this, Germany, district ride. It was raining so hard, and it was like between two buildings, just like massive drops. And with, I think, Kyle Strait was still a kid. we went for the big one, and when we landed, it was like crazy, like rocks from the old town, and it was raining so hard, and I don't know, I think I grabbed a handful on the front brake, slide straight into the building, in the entrance door of a building, and well, yeah, it was kind of oily and it was so sketchy, but at the same time, like pretty stoked because I nailed it, and you know, it was in the city, you know, everything was just rocks and buildings, crazy. I don't really know. I don't think I have memory enough to remember everything I did and stupid thing I did. But I guess if you do something stupid, it's because it have to be done. I don't think I would change a thing. We are who we are. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people will probably tell me to be a little bit more professional as I was at the racing, go to bed in the right time to make sure I'm fresh for racing next day. But no, I didn't want to miss a thing. That's me. I don't want to lose a good moment of having a good laugh, and next day I would not even be like, oh, I should have been in my bed sleeping. No, because that's where we are and who we are, and that's life. Well, I've been with you guys for quite a long time. I always knew the pedals. I've been with you guys for a really long time. I was so stoked about the eyeline dropper post with all the different heights. But I think where you guys nail it is definitely on the wheels. We all know how hard it is to make wheels that are comfortable, light, and reliable. And I think you guys nailed it hard. I think you guys have great engineers. I think I kind of know them. But yeah, you guys nailed it on that, and pretty stoked to be part of the gig. And the good thing is it's just an increasing company year by year, and that's what I'm proud of. And thanks to all you guys, because without you guys we'd be basically nothing. Then thank you. Wait a second. I have it here. This is a replica, but that was my bike when I all started BMX. Well, definitely I was sharing this bike with my brother because we didn't have the money. And my dad bought this bike for my brother, who is 7 years older than me and taller. And yeah, I had to reach the pedal. Hey, but no problem. I still win. I win the European Championship with that bike. And it was my second race, I think. I was pretty stoked. Yeah. I like burner. Love this bike. That's why it's still in my office, but this is a replica someone gave me in Fort William when I broke my wrist at World Championship. Thank you. Well, I did a lot of office job. I did a lot of house maintenance outside, cut the trees, blah, 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 prepare some work I have to do for the barbecue because I'm a barbecue fan. I like to have a good time burning some meat and doing some videos because I was bored at home and I was like in quarantine. I guess it's important to laugh because we're all in the same situation. We are locked down. Then try to be creative and too bad we cannot ride, but with what we have at home, sometime I think we can show a different perspective or person who we are really. And we are in the same case. We have to stay locked in, but it will be better for later on when we all go out. It will be crazy like dogs. Can't wait. Oh, I was so scared. I was with all those free riders. I already see the movies, Robbie Board and Richie Schley and all those guys. You know, they knew how to do it. You know, jumping into sand, like deep sand. And well, I was a little bit afraid in the beginning, and they made me go first. And what did I do? I went over the bar on the landing. But that feeling of flying such a big distance is landing like in a sand pit was awesome. It was like, okay, you go over the bar sometime, but when you achieve something with just build, like barely build, and you stick it, oh, it was just like a really good time. Love it. Well, living in Andorra, I always knew when I was coming skiing, the area, the nature, small country. But when I moved in, really, that's where I realized that's where I want to live. Mountain next door, really good security. We create one of the best bike parks that I can ride every day. People are fantastic. A lot of different athletes from different sport, MotoGP, road racing, NTB, and I think it's the zone. I like the zone. Like everything is close, and it's good to get out of there as well to go and see and experience different stuff. But for living, for me, is definitely something I would never change. I feel happy here, and I'm in the forest, and it's awesome. Love it. There we go. No, really. I kind of like all the beers as long as the beer do the job. Yeah, I'm fine with whatever beer you give me. I would be happy. Beers is always a good way uh, to be with the mates and share a good day of riding or whatever. And at the bar when you don't want to go for hard alcohol, then beers is always smooth. And I heard it's really good for recovery. Then hey, I follow the tips from the trainers. Beers is good for recovery. Then go for it. That's what I do. I'm going to do one just after that. I need to recover from this little interview. Well, it's so many right now. We are tough and so hungry of racing because they are bored at home of doing stationary bike. I think those mad dogs are going to go with blood in the mouth and ready to kill. Then, I mean, last year was a great season. Those guys are just next level. I think it's top five, six people who can win, maybe even more. But we put my money on Bruni. Why? Well, I like the guy, I like Vergier, I like everyone, but if I have to take one, probably Bruni. That guy is just a machine, and I hope we're able to see the season, couple races at least. It's going to be difficult, I think, due to the COVID-19, but I hope so for those guys and for us as well as a spectator. Well, it was quite a long time I didn't ride flat pedals until last year. And all of a sudden, I put those big stump flat pedals, and I had those brand new shoes from Northwave flat pedals, and we've been developing, and I want to see how good they stick to the stamp, and I never took them off. It was so much fun. The grip was awesome. Made me realize that I had to correct some mistakes I'm doing when I'm riding, not dropping the heels enough. But when I had that done, amazing. I could brake so late in the corners, take my foot out, roost people, doing some tricks, one footer on the jumps. And yeah, I was feeling free and just different of what I'm used to of racing. All the ways clipped in, and it was good. You need to try sometime, and it's fun. Thanks very much, guys. It was really awesome. It's nice to talk to you guys. I'm in quarantine here, and now I think I'm going to do a little stupid video in my garage. And then we go training in my garage. Have a good one, boys, and stay safe, stay home. Have a good one. Keep it real.